guys. So I'm gonna get straight into the video here without wasting your time. Maybe you're at a point in your life where you're wondering why you don't have friends. Maybe you're someone who likes to stay indoors most of the time. Maybe you're someone who just says they like their own space. Maybe you're a serial loner. Maybe sometimes you feel like you don't fit in because maybe you're lame, you're not cool, you don't have the latest gear, you don't wear the coolest clothes, you don't have the Instagram followings. Maybe you just are weird or awkward. Or maybe you're just someone that just have certain habits where you feel like nobody's gonna like you because your approach or your communication skills with regards to when you speak to people is always makes the atmosphere change or people don't accept you for who you are. Whether you're a boy or a girl, whatever that reason is, if this is you, then you're definitely gonna want to watch this full video. I'm just gonna start by telling you that if this is you, you are in the best position ever. You are absolutely in the best position ever. Now, why do I say that? When you're already at a point where you're alone, and this is your base, right? You're at a point where you're alone. You really don't have friends. You really don't know which way to go to actually speak to someone. You already know how it feels to be by yourself, right? You already know how it feels to be alone and, not getting invited to parties, not actually going out to see movies with someone, feeling isolated. And to some point, it may make you feel a bit depressed or it may actually create more anxieties for you. So because when you go into sociable places, you don't really know how to act. So you don't really say much. You rather say quiet because you feel like if you say something, you might get ignored or someone might try to embarrass you or make fun of you. And I'll say that you are in the best position. And why do I say that? You are in the position where you understand who you are. Right. Like a lot of these people, sometimes when you go into these sociable environments, and if you've been like whether it be in a party or anywhere else, well, whether it's your work or whether it's your social group friends, whether you're in school, if you observe some of them, you can see certain people that are faking it. You can see certain people that are pretending to be something that they're not, just so they can fit in. And the best thing about you is you're not good at pretending. The reason you don't fit in with them is because you're not good at pretending. You know, you are who you are. And although it feels like you don't like who you are because you don't have the friends right now, this is exactly what those people want. And who you are makes you that special individual. And because you are that special individual, your approach of making friends won't work the same way these guys' approach of making friends work because they want to be liked for something that they've created for people to be comfortable around. You want to be liked by people that are like-minded like you. You want to be liked by people that you enjoy having a discussion about things that you have similar hobbies in. Like, making friends is not difficult. Making friends is something that takes patience and it also takes risk, right? Like you can be in the same position, you can be in the same school, you can be in the same class, you can learn the same type of information, but the way you regurgitate that information, the way you absorb that information determines how smart you become, right? It's the same way with making friends. Like you can be in the same place and you can wear whatever type of clothes you want. However, if you want to speak to someone, your approach and your communication and how you come across is going to be very important whether that person feels comfortable around you or not. Like I will tell you a quick story, right? Tell you a quick story about making friends. Like I remember I was coming towards the end of my college year and this is the point where you know everybody's excited because we all want to go to uni. Like I really was yearning for that independency. Like I had a lot of things going on in London and I felt like if I didn't leave, it was just going to get bad, like personal stuff. So I really felt like I just wanted that independency, just to move out, just to meet new people. I wanted to see how the rest of the UK was like. um I just wanted to discover what people are like what they do, what they enjoy, what they don't enjoy. I kind of had an idea of what I liked already, but I was still like just new to the idea, right, of just exploring the world. So I remember I called one of my friends. He went to the uni that I wanted to go already. I remember calling him and like just was excitement because I've seen all these American Pie movies. I'm like, oh, uni's about to be crazy. So I called him. I was like, yo, bro, you went to the uni before me. Like, what's it like? Like, tell me what's it like. Um, you know, and mind you, I'm thinking he's gonna tell me something exciting. He's gonna tell me the craziest story ever. The amount of new friends he made, the networking he's done, like, just enjoying the life of independency as an 18 and 19-year-old, getting to make decisions for yourself, when you eat, how you eat, where you go, what you do with who you are, and so on. It was the complete opposite. Told me the complete opposite. He was like, man, do you know what? You ain't actually that great. And I was shocked. I was like, what you mean? What? It's like, it ain't really that great. People are a little bit closed off. And I kind of keep myself to myself. I don't really go out too much. And I'm like, on purpose? Like, you went to uni and kept yourself this close indoors on purpose? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought the reason you went there was so that you can socialize. Like, I know, being an introvert is cool. I know that, but god damn, there must be a limit. He's like, yo, no, man, it's actually not all that. So in my mind, I was just like perplexed. I was just like, oh man, kind of like killed my dreams about uni, my idea of what it was and what I thought it could be. But the type of person I am, I'm very stubborn. Like, I always take advice with a pinch of salt. Like, I accept what someone said, but I also know that my reality is not the same reality as someone else's. So with that being said, I still told myself, I was like, you know what? I'm still gonna come to the uni anyway. Um, Came to the uni, and so in my mind, I already had what his perception of what uni was like, but I also knew the type of person I am, getting stubborn, brave, courageous, like, a bit of an introvert, but also extrovert. What did the people call it? Ambivert, or whatever the terminology is. Got to the uni. First day I got to the uni, I met this Asian girl. Cool, really, really cool, really shy, just like happy. Like, so those people that you meet, it's like you look at them and it feels like there's just glitter. Like, I don't know if you know what I mean, but there's just glitter. That there's just an energy of just happiness and like, and I was drawn to her because she was how some of my inhibitions was, but I didn't have like the mannerism. Like, my body couldn't come on and be like, cha la la la. I couldn't do that. Like, physically, my body wouldn't allow me. And maybe it's the African in me. I was like, my only reaction was that, oh yeah, that's cool. When she was like, no, that's amazing. Yeah, you're so cool. I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah. That was it. That was it. That's all I had to give at the time. And then I remember meeting this mixed race guy as well. This mixed race guy, met one Australian chick and one other, like, I don't even know what he was white, but like he was white British. Not white British or Scottish. I can't remember the mix. This is on the first day, right? And I'm thinking to myself, we're getting along, but these are my flatmates. So it feels like it doesn't count yet because you have to live with these people. So you have no choice but to get to know them because you're in the same vicinity. So you have to get along. So in my mind, I was like, okay, that doesn't count because, I have to live with them. So I guess I have to be friendly before I can become friends with them. And then I was like, cool, this is the first step. And then we went to this event. They had this event for like the new students. Now, it was intimidating, I can't lie. Was I nervous? A little bit. Was I anxious? A little bit, because again, I don't know anyone there. And the person, well, I did know, my friend I didn't know really didn't come out like that. So I went there solo, like solo dolo. There was no one that was there with me. I spoke to one of the guys that was there. They said they were going to come, but I was like, I don't want to wait on nobody to meet new people. So I went to the place, dressed up. I was cool, nice blues jeans, a nice blue top, color coordination. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing crazy, no known brands, just something basic, right? Color coordination. Went to the place. Now, there's a thing where you're in a social place, right? It's awkward when you're just standing there without like having a drink in your hand. And at the time, I wasn't really drinking crazy like that. So I was like, cool. Do you know what? I'm gonna go and get some juice, something just to hold. So I'm there listening to music. They're playing the type of music that I like, UK music. It was grime, hip hop, all of that good stuff. And I'm bopping my head like I'm having a good time. Like, but just standing there, just bopping my, just looking at the scenery, right? Again, thinking to myself, all right, if I'm going to make friends in this environment that I have no idea who's who, I'm new, I'm 18, like going on 19 at this point. I think 19 maybe, yeah. I have no idea who's who in this space. How do I connect with people, right? How do I connect with people? How do I take myself out of this situation and go and meet and speak to someone that I've never met before? The first thing I looked at was, what do I like, right? What do I actually like? Like what is something that moves me? And the one thing that was moving me in that moment was the music. So I was like, okay, cool. I like this kind of song. If I see anyone nodding their head to this kind of song the same way, with the same enthusiasm that I am, that's one of my people. And then I saw one guy nodding his head. And then we locked eyes. Like, it felt like it was a bromance moment. You know what I'm saying? We locked eyes. And I was like, I had a cup there. I'm dancing and I turn around like, and you do the black head nod. You look at him, he like, and I'm like, you do the open arm like, that's like a what's up, like, you know what I'm saying? What's up? And it's like, oh, and he's like, what's up? And then I was like, you know what? Let me take the first step. I approached him. I can't remember, what song was it? I feel like it was a Kano song. Maybe it was a Kano song. I was like, what? Into Kano, yeah? He's like, of course, come on, what do you mean? Like, one of the, we started talking about grime and then who's the who's the top artist in grime at the time. I think it was Kano P's and Q's I was playing. And then we started like reciting the lyrics. And I like me when Kano comes around. All I do is man, Kano, sometimes scream, maybe man, what, ain't no treaty. Until deep, Kano comes and goes around. I ain't like most that roll around, but it up, like, hold it down. The only thing that pop them out after and get bucks in your mouth. Because you ain't no gangster. I don't remember the lyrics, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. So at the same time, we're doing this. We're exchanging energies and things like that. And then, because we're both new on campus, like I asked him that, if you're new on campus, the generic question, like, he's like, yeah, I live in this part. I'm like, what about you? I'm like, I live in this part. I was like, yeah, cool, man. Listen, you know, he's like, who did you come with? I'm like, yeah, I'm solo. I'm like, what about you? He's like, yeah, same, yeah, I'm solo. I was like, ah, cool, let's chill. He's like, yeah, cool. We connected over that, straight like that. Just started talking about music, talking about where we were from. And then, we went to get drinks together. Now we have like a small community of, obviously, so it's just us two. And then what I then did was, after I did that, I locked eyes with another guy. And then I invited that guy to come into our circle, right? And now, because there's two of us, inviting a new person, that person felt less of pressure to feel like he needed, what's the word I'm looking for, to have to impress us, because, we were very like open with our conversation. And that person, again, also enjoyed the same type of music, because now it was like, from Kano to like hip hop. I think they were playing like a Jay-Z song or something like that. Or maybe Funky House, I can't remember. And then yeah, from that we just started connecting, talking about the things that we liked, our similar interests. And then that was where we saw that, oh, these are the people we need to be around each other, right? We actually realized, oh yeah, you like this kind of music, you like this kind of music, or yeah, where's a good place to eat? We started saying, do you know what? How about we link up together? Start making plans literally on that moment. How about we link up together to go and find places to eat? How we're gonna do our shopping? All of these things, like things that we all needed at the same time, which was also a benefit, right? Because you don't only connect through hobbies, but you also connect through like helping each other out, and and then you place the value on yourself because you introduce someone to something new. So I did that, brought the other guy in. Now it's three of us. Now we got a small community. And then I did the same thing again. I brought another guy in. In just like that, in about 45 minutes, there was four guys. I've just met three new people, three new individuals, four guys using the same formula, right? Then after that, everything just fell into place. Now imagine this: the same place I went to, which was the same place my friend went to, told me that was boring. For me, it was absolutely amazing, fantastic, crazy. That every week, listen, I was a good student, right? I was a great student. Like I would show up to lectures all the time, take my notes, whatever I could understand. But every week, I will know about a house party. I will know about these exclusive events. I will know about these crazy just trips that's from different social groups that's been organized. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I was in the know-how because I created a network of people that I decided to place myself in a position in. And I would even call my friend and I would invite him. And his response to that was like, how do you know about this thing? Like, how do you know about these things? Like, and at those times, like we had, showing my age right now, but at those times, you had to pay for credit. It wasn't like WhatsApp. We had like, what was it, BBM? So yeah, we're paying. So when people are messaging, actually we can use Wi-Fi as well, but when people are messaging, they really want you to be there. Like, they're not just telling you, oh, come because of the like, it's going to charge them. So they're like, nah, come through, bring this, we go there, bring your drinks, whatsoever. So I will call him and I'll tell him, yo, this event's happening, this event's happening. It happened so much that I became his go-to person when he wanted to just relax and let loose, because he was like, yo, how do you know this person? How do you know? Oh, I never knew this existed here. I've been here for a year. I never knew this was this. I never knew this. And I was like, what were you doing then? If you like, what were you actually doing? What was the experience so terrible for you? And obviously, like later on, I understood that yes, he was someone that was a loner. Yes, he was someone that could be an introvert, and then he started using the excuse of, I'm not really bothered. I'm not really trying to be like that, because sometimes you can get used to seeing so many people being fake that you think to yourself, I'm not good at being fake, but I'm also not good at being real to the people that I want to take chances on, because I don't want to be rejected. There's that fear of being rejected and being isolated and not having anyone that liked you. And I told them, like, don't get twisted. Even though, like, I approached some of these people and we made that network of friends, there's other people that I approach, and I realized that we don't vibe like that. Like, I was like, okay, cool, we will speak. And I had an open mind. I would try a few things here and there. Like, we will speak and we will be cool. But I also realized that we don't vibe like that. Um, and you might be, again, like, even another example, there was someone that invited me to like a heavy metal concert. It was one of the girls that lived a couple of flats not far from where I was staying on campus. And she looked nice. So I was like, cool, I'm gonna show up. Let's see, what's the worst that could happen, showing up to a heavy metal concert with a nice looking girl. And then she invited other people. I was like, well, this wasn't the plan. I was thinking, I thought it was just us two, we got this feeling like it's a school trip now. You know what I'm saying? So, but it was fun. That was actually the plan to invite everybody else. So we all went there, and I remember just being in the middle of this heavy metal concert, like just listening, watching all these people having a great time. And someone tried to start a mosh pit. Hey, listen, first of all, I'm too African to London to do the mosh pit part. I thought like, oh, squabble up, you know what I'm saying? Fist up here, he wants it. But and then I pulled myself out of it. I had a cool time. It was a great experience. And then she's like, yeah, I was like, yeah, it was great. It was good. It was all of these good things. She's like, you're gonna come to another one with me again? I said, no, 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 don't invite me again to these things. No, that's okay. I don't need it. I don't need to know what more of this is. And I see ya. No, we chilled, she laughed. And she understood because she knew like it wasn't my thing. And I didn't force it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and there's a thing where if something is not for you, you can try. The best thing I would say is try, see what it is. Obviously depending on what that thing is. But it's your life, live it, do whatever you want. But you can try, see if you like it, and you never know. You might be surprised. You might go there and then meet a few people that may not even like the environment that you experience that you're in, but you might both go out and then do something else that you both enjoy. So that's where you connect, right? And obviously, the most important thing is, oh my days, stop making excuses and playing the victim. Oh, like the worst thing that my friend kept doing, like, and I would tell him, like, this ain't no secret. I'm not saying it to bash his name or make him feel bad. I was out because sometimes he will say, "Oh man, these people are." He had this ideas of how people were. Oh, they're useless. They're brainwashed. All they do is just party and drink, or all they do is just not care about this and that. And I'm like, how do you know? How do you know? How do you know these? Like you've only met them in an environment where people are doing what they usually do in that environment. Like, how do you know? What do you know about their goals? What do you know about their dreams? What do you know about their hobbies that they like? Like, you have no information that holds any sort of depth about these individuals. You are stuck in your ways because you are creating a character to make yourself feel like, yeah, I can't be friends with them because I am better than them because I don't do this stuff. I'm like, you're the waste man. You're the person that is wasting their time here thinking you are better than all of these individuals, but you're watching them experience life and being happy, and you're the one who has the FOMO, fear of missing out. Because again, that's what's hitting you because you're like, yeah, it's not great. It is, like in one, you got to this place in 1 year, you haven't experienced any of these things that you deep down you wanted to, even if it's not at the core foundation of what you want to do. It is just something that you just wanted to be able to say, I did that, I know what that is, I know it's for me, or I know it's not for me. You didn't give yourself the opportunity to be able to do that. You were too afraid of being rejected. So to combat that, you made a barrier of that rejection. And some people are good at doing that. They're great at doing that, creating that barrier. So I'm saying you create that barrier. Yeah, it's me versus them. It's me versus them. It's me versus them. And then it reinforces the idea that, yeah, I don't want to be with people. Oh, they better not try me. They better not try and embarrass me. Listen, not everybody's going to like you. Yes, you will be embarrassed sometimes. Yes, you will get rejected sometimes. But when you don't, you don't. It only takes a small circle of friends for you to know who or where you want to be and who you want to be around with. And going back to the beginning of the video when I said you are in the best position ever, right? You are in the best position ever because once you know yourself, and you stop making excuses, once you know yourself and who you are, right? Again, this is important. Once you know yourself and who you are, you now take yourself in places where you may, not you will, but you may, because you don't know yet, you may have seen or have people that have similar mindsets. They may think how you think. They may enjoy books you enjoy. They may like the type of sport you enjoy. Like not only did I make friends with people that I had similar taste in music with, I also made friends because I like football. So me and some of the other guys, and I brought these groups together as well. I try to keep them separate sometimes, but sometimes I'll bring them together. Some of these guys that enjoy football and these guys don't enjoy football. So I met these other guys that enjoy football and we would go out and play football together. I met these guys. We were studying. What was I studying? Sound design technology. So I met these guys that did music production, sound and the sound design technology. So we will go out and we will, be in the studio just figuring out what we're trying to create all together. And it was crazy fun. Someone will make something crazy, you'll be like, oh my days, that's amazing. And then someone else would do something, you'll be like, that's amazing. And then you get inspired, you're like, nah, these guys can't leave me. This is too much fun. And then you're like, I accept the challenge. So you go on your laptop and you do your thing and then you show it to them. They're like blown away as well. And you're like, oh, this is what I like, that competition, that friendly competition, just pushing each other, motivating each other. And it's something that you can't be afraid of, because at the end of the day, the most important person that's going to win is you. And there's no one wins at something if they don't even try to compete. No one wins at something. And when I say compete, I don't mean like you have to always go against someone, but you have to put yourself in a position where, yes, it might go bad, but the bad part is what you know already. You're already alone. It doesn't get worse than that. I mean, I'm not saying being alone is bad because you need to learn how to be alone before you can put yourself around other people. That's very important. But that's not where the part where it's really bad. It's just when you desire to have this community of people, this network of people, and that is a desire, that is a goal of yours, you have to learn how to place yourself in those environments. This is why a lot of people in London are lonely. This is why a lot of people in the UK are lonely. This is why a lot of people have zero friends, because they don't want to do the hard work. They hope someone will come along and do the work for them, and then they will just show up and be like, "Yay, I'm here too. Somebody speaks to me. Oh, it's so boring. Somebody speak to me. Somebody, you know, go out there, go to places. Um, you feel like you're gonna enjoy the atmosphere. You don't have to force anything. Really focus on things that you like. Me, I like anime as well, right? I like anime. Grew up on Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, Bleach, Death Note. Um, and what else? There's another one. AOT as well, plus other animes, like loads of other animes. Gundam Wing, all of that good stuff. So I know when I go to a place where it's celebrating anime and game and video games as well. Like, come on, there's a Prince of Persia, all of that, FIFA, Street Fighter, Tekken, and all that good stuff. So I know when I go to these, maybe not a Comic Con, like Comic Con or Games Con, not necessarily a Comic Con, but a Games Con, right? Where it celebrates anime and video games. I know I'm in there where people are like minded. Now, of course, certain people are a lot more deep into that world than I am. But I know that, out of 10 people, if I speak to 10 people, there probably might be like 5 people that I'm actually going to vibe with, and we might have something in common, not just from the video or anime aspect, but we might also enjoy like working out, or we might enjoy football or other sport activities, But the only way I would know that information is by putting myself in those places. Now the next question is, how many of those space events come up? Well, it depends on you, man. Depends if you're willing to search. Um, but if you're someone, again, that has zero friends, um, that has that fear of missing out, you feel like you're missing out. Like, you're not missing out on anything. No, you're not. You are missing out on life in itself, like just experiencing new things. But what you're missing out doesn't determine whether your life will be better or not, because you don't know. Is it Schrodinger's cat, right? I can't pronounce it properly. Not English. But yeah, so the only way you're missing out on something is when you're happy and willing to participate into it. Again, you can't miss something you don't know. You can't miss something you don't have. So all of that is just an illusion. There's always going to be another night where you can go out and do something, but you don't want to leave it to the point where you become so isolated. You end up like these guys that are just, online keyboard warriors, and just get the anger off. You can see them really getting the anger off over people that are actually choosing to live the life how they want to. And you're just someone that doesn't do the same, but you just always opinionated about what other people are doing for themselves, you know. But yeah, so I hope this video brought some insight to you, maybe how to make friends from my perspective. Like, there's loads of ways. Like, I have a lot of communication methods on how to make friends. It's not at the point where I feel like it's a difficult thing for me. It's a skill that I always wanted to have, though. Like, especially as a kid as well. I used to watch people make friends. And I used to wonder how, I used to watch the person that was quote unquote cool or so, and I used to wonder, how does that person do that? How does that person feel so confident being in a room and have people gravitate towards them? Um, and I understood a few things from that, like, you know, um, and once I understood those things, it, it's not a difficult thing for me anymore. It's just, is it worth it? Like, is it worth it? Is it worth my energy and my time to be in a place where I'm trying to meet people that are like-minded and people that are not like-minded and find a way to connect? um I'm not gonna lie, 9 or 10 times it is worth it. um So I'm very blessed to have that skill. Um, Not a lot of people are taught that method of communication skill. So, and if you're someone that's at a point where you feel like, oh, I'm not, yeah, I hear you, Bar Nation, but I'm not that confident to approach people like that. That's what I told you. Focus on just having similar interests. You know, you don't have to be confident, like just overtly, just for people to gravitate to you. Like, if you know something that you enjoy and you're in an environment where people have similar interests, that's where the confidence is. You're confident about, you have to be confident about that because you know about that, you know. And you're like, if you're like, but Nation, but what if I don't have interest? Then get some, mother. You know, get some. Just learn to be interested in things. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. It just has to be something. You know, again, maybe you like knitting. Maybe maybe you like chasing squirrels. Maybe you like animals. Maybe I don't know. Some people are amazing in their own interesting way. So find your own interesting way, and you will see that there's a lot of other people in the world that have their own interesting ways and are actually looking for you, and they want to connect with you, and you just have to make yourself available for that. Yeah, yeah. I think that should be it, guys. Let me know how you feel in the comment section, of course, as usual. It's your boy Ball Nation. Subscribe. See you soon.